Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Printhound, hello, Croiser, welcome. So, just trying out a new game. This one is called Grimguard Tactics. Well, where to begin? So it's just sort of quick introduction. So I've just given it a try. I saw it advertised and I thought, that looks like a bit of fun. I'm liking the graphics. The graphics are quite nice. It's quite funky. The cutscenes are very, very funny. So this is my base. Might go more into this later on. This is, as I say, just going to be a very quick video. You can see I've got a guy in the hospital who got wounded on my last mission, so I'm going to retrieve him. You have more or less the standard sort of thing. So you've got your hero camp, where you can look at your heroes. The arena where you can raid other players and fight other players. I'm not going to do that now because that's not why we're here. The shop where you can buy stuff. Some of it is free. Some of it you can buy with in goods currency, and some of it you have to buy with actual money, which is sort of standard enough. Hospital where you put people who are ill. Recruit, which is just like your summoning place. I've got 8 of these. So if I wanted Chaos Family only exclusive, I don't have any of the special like advanced hero ones. But let's say I recruit. Let's do a 5 recruit and see here. Oh, hero slot's full. You must upgrade the batch before you can recruit more heroes. So as with a lot of games, you're limited on the number of heroes you can have. I, however, have got an awful lot of people I would like to get rid of. Now, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want any of these level 1 grey guys because they're not very good. So let's get rid of them. That'll clear me some space and get me some goods. So those guys aren't very good, so off they go. Goodbye. I don't think you feed them to anybody else in this game. I think at least but you do get resources for getting rid of them. So if I do a 5 recruit, boom, and then you get your sort of standard little animated thing. This one you get a little carriage pulls up. My castle's sort of supposed to be a sort of semi-ruined one. Marisol, Hero Brigand, that's nice. So she's blue. So blue's quite good. I think it goes green, blue, purple, probably then yellow. Seems to be the standard sort of colour range. So she's a tank, a might tank. She's probably going to be useful. The rest of them are pretty useless, but that's, as I say, it's not unusual. So she might come in handy and I might use her later on. I've got some rewards I can collect. Already claimed this reward. I've claimed another reward, but that gives you the idea of the thing. If I do this, Karen using a hero contract at regular intervals, upgrades producing a bonus contract of. I have no idea what that means, but I'm going to upgrade it. You can upgrade your buildings as you go along. I don't know if they'll start. Maybe as you go on, you'll find they start to look less run down and more like built up because in theory the city is supposed to have been sort of semi-destroyed and you're putting it together. Guild, I'm assuming, means you can join an alliance and so on and so forth. But let's go into the battles. So I have completed Bright Vale. Let's have a look at Parley Bay. So as you can see, you've got your sort of standard Lord of the Rings type map, Lord of the Rings / Warhammer type map. It's very sort of that kind of classic thing. It covers quite a wide area. The missions don't sort of seem particularly, they just arbitrary places on the map by and large. So here we go. So if I go into this one, we might get a bit of a prologue because I kind of want to show you a prologue. Right, kill all enemies. Blah, blah, blah. Bayara the Beguiler has a travelling show of magic and marvellous mayhem. Her axe has taken a turn for the worse. This one, don't think I'm going to get a bit of a story to it. Here's my team. You can see occasionally you can like level them up. So this one I can upgrade his thing. I can't upgrade that, but I can upgrade his weapon. I upgraded his armour. So this is my team. I'm going to the trade bridge. So here we go. Now, the one thing I will say with this game is it's quite nice. As I say, I quite like the graphics. It's quite stylish. It's quite nicely done. It reminds me a little bit, this sort of screen of Warhammer Tactics and a couple of other games I've played, but it seems to be more interactive in this one because at least some of the elements on the board affect things. So you can see these power things. So if I move a hero to here, he will then have a defense bonus. So that's obviously can be quite useful. There we are. Now he's green. So the different colours do affect things differently, as you'd expect. So, and it's got the standard blue is strong against red, red is strong against green, green is strong against da-da-da-da-da. So I can see they've got several red guys waiting there at the back, and I'm a bit short of blue guys. So that my blue guys are going to want to come forward and do a bit of bit of this and that. He may well just, I'm just going to, oh, I didn't actually mean to kick the barrel. That won't make no. So you can, that was one of the movable objects I was sort of briefly mentioning. So this guy is strong against red, so I'm going to go shoot this red guy. And this one is strong against green, so I'm going to shoot this green guy here. So sort of try to play to your strengths, and I'll skip the turn here. Now you can do auto, and auto is actually reasonably effective. I found on this is, auto doesn't do a bad job. Not absolutely amazing, but not too bad either. So I'm going to come over here and shoot this guy because, as I say, blue is strong against red, standard thing. This guy's blue, so you can do that. I haven't reused any special skills as yet. May do that in a moment. So this guy, he can come through here, and his special skill goes like through two people and go, and down they go. This is red on red or red on green. I'm going to actually use her special skill, which is like a long range shot, and take him out. So now so you can see he did quite a lot of damage there to my green guy. So I'm going to send, do this wrong. I'm going to go pick up this healing flask thing here, which heals everyone. So I've got two red guys left. Well, this one's dead already, so basically. And then the other one is going to be a case of red on red, which is, of course, neutral. So there we go, on to the next level. Now, the one thing I will say is you can sort of see in the middle there are some burning tiles. If you aren't careful, your guys do tend to just wander rather aimlessly onto the burning tiles, which is quite annoying. And then they set themselves on fire, as you would expect. So I'm using a few of the special attacks here, primarily because in the bottom corner you can see that blue flasky thing. That means that I can upgrade my. I can use my. What do you call it? It's like a mana thing, so all of my heroes can go back to having full mana. As I say, I've got to be a bit careful because otherwise they have a nasty tendency to just wander into the fire, which is not good. And that's true in life as well as in games, to be fair. If you see a fire, strongly recommend don't just wander into it. Now, this guy is going to step back a little because I'm going to turn around and shoot. He might kill that guy, but I want to get him healed up. So I'm going to send the healer over to here, and she's going to do her special healing skill. Pew! Everybody is short of things, so I'm going to do this. So that then has given everybody a mana charge. Green, use this guy. This guy's blue. This guy's blue, so I'm going to shoot up that one. And this one is red, so I'm going to shoot up that one. And then we're all dead. Hooray. Now, obviously, my guys are fairly strong in this, so it sort of works quite reasonably well. Barrels, as I say, barrels, you can interact with them. So this one, I'm going to give it a push. Boom, and it blows up. The red ones blow up. The brown ones just do a little bit of damage if they hit somebody. And... I think that's the sort of main point. Just going to see if I can find if any of my heroes can set that barrel on the back of light. Can't see anybody. You can do it. That's fine. So this one is blue, so I'm going to try and hit them with my green heroes. It was blue. Well, I don't know. Lost track of who I was dealing with there. So I'm going to go. Who's this? Actually, no, let's not use you. I'm going to use you. This guy here is green. I'm going to walk forward and give the barrel a kick. So he kicks the barrel into him. Won't do a huge amount of damage, but gets rid of some. Clears a bit of space. The red one here, she will do quite a lot of damage to this fella because of the colour. And then my other guy here, he is actually going to shoot this guy. And then next turn, it will be a weak attack, that one, but next turn he is going to activate the healing thing. Ba-choom! And then my blue guy can kill him. Now we got the one at the back. You do have to be a little bit careful with the barrels because the enemy are quite good at setting them on fire too, which is worth remembering. So I may be in a spot bother here because that enemy will almost certainly do the kick that explode that barrel. There we are. And that's obviously done a bit of damage to one of my guys. That was poor planning there. So you have to be a bit careful with the barrels because the enemy are clever enough to use them. That should finish him off, and then the mission's complete. Hey! Didn't need to worry too much, because on the last mission, it doesn't matter if your health is restored to full when you go on to the next one. So that's just a sort of a basic one. St. Bonifacio, set this stone to remember the nightmare of a great plague coming. The stone still weeps. It's not, the writing I'm finding isn't too bad. I'm just going to put this one on auto. So let's just show you auto. So auto obviously is sort of screens back and then pew, pew, pew. But auto's quite good at recognizing the right targets. As I said, the enemy are clever enough to at least generally use the things like the explosive barrels to kill people and what have you, and they do sort of, they're not too dumb as enemies go on this kind of game, and it's nice having auto as an option because there's times I've got other things to do and I can just leave my phone sitting in the side whilst I'm doing other bits. Like in a moment I've got to clean the bathroom. Yay, exciting stuff. The world drives us mad. And yeah, that's the rock and roll lifestyle I lived. So yeah, so I'm quite enjoying this. It remains to be seen exactly how far I'll go, where it goes. It seems to be sort of, I don't think it's a newly released game, but it's been sort of newly, like, expansively released. And yeah, I quite like the general vibe of it. It's got this sort of standard fantasy vibe of, there's a mage and a healer and a swordsman and what have you. Which is very hard to get away from, let's be fair to them. I can't think of many sort of fantasy films which don't feature these sort of classic, mage healer dynamics. It tends to be the thing. So yeah, that's that mode. Let's just quickly go back and have a quick look at some of the other bits of the game. Like I say, I quite like the sort of stylized graphics. I think it's quite funky. It looks quite nice. The sound, obviously, I've got the sound turned off, but the sound of the voiceovers are reasonably good and what have you. If I go back to the city, let's just see. Yeah, so that's it, really. Early days, remains to be seen. Obviously, I'm, as a generally free player, I'm not going to be buying the upgrades. The dungeon is like a series of quests where you go deeper underground. So, yeah, like you can get different advantages from going into it. I can't do one of them because I haven't got one of the heroes you require, and the other ones I can, so I could do like this one. And when you're in the dungeons, you have to sort of work your way through, and once you get down to the bottom, you can collect all the loot, or if you don't make it as far as the bottom, then you don't. But it's sort of slightly separate things, like the quests in Heroes, Empires and Puzzles and those kind of games, the special ops in Puzzle Combat. So yeah, it's okay at the moment. I'm still sort of intrigued as to where it will go, so going to keep going with it for now and see what happens. But yeah, hopefully over time I'll get some better ideas of where we're going and what some of the other bits do, and yeah, we'll go from there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. As ever, do please remember to like, share, comment and subscribe, and it just remains for me to say, au revoir, goodbye, and may death come swiftly to your enemies.